Hi, hope you're having a great day. Okay, we're going to jump back into restart. And on this page, and in this chapter, we were hearing from Chase's friend Aaron. Aaron is not happy that his lifelong best friend suddenly doesn't have any clue who he is. He has no memory of all of the things that they did, their entire life history together. And he's like, why aren't we bonding? Why aren't we connecting? And all of a sudden, he's connecting with these other kids that we used to make fun of together. I don't get it. Anyway, back in here, let's see. It doesn't help that Chase has forged the closest friendship of all with one of the one resident he should be staying away from. That crotchety old warhorse in room 121. Wouldn't you know it? The one graybeard who hates everybody, and who all the other great graybeards hate right back, has decided to love Ambrose. Go figure. It's those stupid Korean War stories that brought the two of them together. Chase can't get enough of them, and the geezer is overjoyed to have someone willing to listen to, who doesn't have to change his hearing aid every 5 times in the course of it. How come you guys have so much to say to each other? Bear demands. Ambrose shrugs. He's interesting. It's not every day you get to meet somebody who's been awarded the country's highest medal. Why does he always have to bring that up? It makes me nervous and makes Bear practically crazy. Wikipedia says the Korean War only lasted 3 years, I grumble. He's already told you every minute of it. What more is there to say? Ambrose laughs. He's nice. He's not nice. Ask anybody in the building. He calls noise complaints on squeaky wheelchairs. He yells out spoilers on movie nights. The nurses hate him even worse than we do. If this was a reality show and they got to vote somebody out of the Graybeard Motel, he'd be on the street. But Chase gets called away to wheel Mrs. Berglund to her weekly canasta game, as if one of the orderlies couldn't do it. Maybe he just likes war stories, I offer to Bear. He isn't buying it. He never liked war stories before. And that's the whole problem. We know the kid, but we don't, which makes it impossible to figure out what's going on inside his head or how worried we should be. Back to Chase's side of the story. A few more memories have come back, mostly just images and impressions, but there's one that's pretty concrete. My mother has been showing me a lot of old pictures in the hope that something will ring a bell. One snapshot of an ivy covered building looks kind of familiar. The student union at Johnny's University. Mom explains. It triggers a flashback. It's not that I remember it, more like it's already in my head and I'm just noticing it now. Mom and seventh grade Chase are dropping Johnny off at college. Our car pulls around the long circular drive in front of the building in this photograph. Johnny gets out. It's his first day of freshman year, his first time living away from home. He seems terrified. And what do I feel? Sympathy for my poor scared brother? Or for Mom who's on the verge of tears? For myself, even. I'll be losing my brother to a new life in a faraway place. I don't feel any of those things. Instead, I'm thinking, what a wuss this kid is. I can't believe I ever looked up to him. What a wimp. What a baby. My scorn is so sharp that it jolts me back to the here and now. How could I have made such harsh judgments about my own brother? When I was in the hospital, Johnny was there at my bedside every minute, Mom was, just as worried about me, just as torn up by the accident. I guess that wasn't payback for the wonderful brotherly loyalty I've shown him over the years. People say I've changed. I'm barely beginning to understand how much. So he's realizing that maybe he wasn't a nice guy. Dr. Cooperman isn't surprised that my memory is returning. My brain is totally fine, he says at my next appointment. After all, I remember everything that's happened since coming out of the coma. Not that it would be easy to forget things like Shoshana dumping frozen yogurt on my head, or Brendan going through the car wash on a tricycle, or how it felt to push Joey against the wall. A blur of violence, anger, and lightning fast action. And something else, too. I may not be proud of it, but it's the truth. Satisfaction. I didn't like the way the situation was going, and I changed it with my own physical power. Aaron's words come back to me. You didn't have to attack him, and Shoshana's goon. That haunts me a little. I don't regret stopping Joey from bullying Brendan, but was fighting really the only way to make that happen? Worse, I didn't even consider trying to talk Joey down. I just grabbed the kid and manhandled him, the same way he was manhandling Brendan. I get that the old Chase could be like that before the accident, but now I'm starting to wonder if that person is still inside me, emerging from the darkness bit by bit along with my memory. As weird as it is to lose my past, this might even be weirder. The more that comes back, the less I recognize myself. Interesting. Our own character, who we are on the inside, is so important. Sure, it's important to the rest of the world how other people view you, but it should be important to you. How do you view yourself? If you were in Chase's situation and your memories started coming back, would you be proud of who you are? Or would you be almost like Chase is, worried, embarrassed, ashamed? And what do you do about that? Something to think about. I'll see you next time. Stay safe and healthy. Be kind to one another.